Gaffer, can you sum up this evening, please?
Really pleased for the players. It's been tough, and I've just said to them there, it's been tough, and I think it's a cliche when managers will say, I won't swap you lot for anything and stuff like that. And I said to them before the game, like, I wouldn't, like, this journey is our journey, and if we have to pick ourselves up, if we have to be in the trenches, we're in it together, and we win, we lose, we draw together. And I thought our second half performance warranted us getting a result, and I think it was a fair result. I think it was a draw was a fair result, but we could have ended up nicking it at the end. We've hit him on a counter, but I was so pleased, and it's a good point for us because we needed to stop that little rot. Alfreton are a very good side. They're so hard to play against because of how sort of forward passes that they make and centre forwards. It's been horrible. Brownie and Mitch are in there and they're battered and bruised. But I just thought as a team, I thought second half we really dominated. They were looking at more counter attacks, which we had to be wary of. But I just thought first half I thought we were in control, and we talked about limiting mistakes, and Jordane's headed one straight into the middle of the park. They've picked it up out wide, cross, goal, and it's just that was disappointing, because I didn't think we deserved to come in 1-0 down. And I think the players will tell you, I think my reaction at half time hasn't been like what it was today, because I could see a performance in there. I could see them being brave. I think we played out the back so much today and opened them up on occasions, and people taking responsibility. And I thought second half we changed shape, and I just felt we just started to dictate because we sort of half matched them up a little bit, and we deservedly got our goal and looked to go for a winner. But I had to again remind the players of what's happened over the last couple of games and slow down and not commit too many bodies forward, because we get excited. I get excited. I've got Greeny and Bridgie and Trev next to me screaming and shouting, and we all get excited because we've always used to go for it. And I just think today was a good solid performance. We're low on numbers, but I will say the new boys come in, and I thought Aidan was electric. He caused them so many problems. He'll be a fantastic addition. I thought Sam was brilliant in there as well, and I think we've had Scholesy and Fletch, who are good footballers and have been brilliant this season. Obviously Mance is one of our key players, and he ain't been there, and I think now adding somebody that can go and play, you saw a massive difference. We looked like Rushall of last season at times, in terms of how we move the ball and our rotation, and it's the first time Sam's met the group today as well, and Aidan, and it was always a gamble on whether I start them or not, but they've been brilliant, and like I say, it was a good performance.
You mentioned the second half performance. What was the thinking between going back to a back four after the break?
You know what? It was literally spur of the moment. We talked about Alfreton are Alfreton. We know, we've watched that much of them. We know what they do. Can you stop it? We just wanted to make sure we didn't get into a second ball game where it becomes a fight because we wouldn't win, because they are good at what they do, and we needed to play around them and get the ball down and be brave, and we did that second half. I just felt they would have come out expecting probably a 3-5-2 because we've been playing it, and then we dropped into a different shape, and I just felt for 5-10 minutes they didn't really come to terms with it. And then as the game went on, we were due to change into a different shape, and we never ended up doing it because we just started to dominate. And we said if we can get a goal through playing through them mentally, we'll have some sort of scar, because they'll know that that's what we can do. And we did that second half. I thought Scholes and Fletch were brilliant in there with Sam. I thought we were a threat out wide with Jordan, and like I say, I'm mentioning the new lads, but I've just said in there that Callum's brilliant. what a footballer. Full of energy is exactly what I like. You know, he's 100 mile an hour from the first whistle to the last. He tackles, he gets forward, he's both footed, he puts crosses in, and he's been an attacking threat again today. And he's gone from playing on the left hand side as a winger to then going right back, and because he can do it, and he jumps into midfield, and he just gives us some legs and some energy as well when we need it. So for me, I think it's been it's finished a week of games off in a positive fashion. We've got some more bodies to come in, which will give us some more energy, and I think quality, because I think and it's not a disrespect, because Alfreton will finish high up the league. They'll be competing for a playoff spot, but I think what we did today was, when you look at some of the games we've had, the Chorleys and Scarboroughs especially, where we've gone and dominated, and I thought we dominated large parts of that, and I think they'll have no issue with getting a result. I think it's a good point for them as well, because of how well we played, and we stopped the rot. It was good to be at home and do it. We know we're near finished. We've not made anything. We've just got a point, and we have to work hard. And I think it just gives the lads belief today that, they're down in the dumps. You could easily have lost this one, and I said before the game, you could easily lose today. You could go and lose next weekend. You could lose the following weekend, but sooner or later we'll start winning again. How quickly that happens, we'll decide that. Because if you perform like we did today, we're always going to be in with a shout. We know we can do that. I think, again, being a goal down, we know in this league it's tough. You goal down, most teams lose. But for us, we've come back at home a few times now. From a goal, like the Banbury game as well here, we come back from a goal down. Bishop Stortford away, we're a goal down, end up winning. So we know we can do that. That's a mentality of, okay, we'll go and get the next goal, and they've done that. Really pleased for them. I'm over the moon, and I've said to them, what I'm like. A point, we want 2 extra, but they've worked really hard, and it was always about the performance and putting in a solid one, being brave, getting on the ball, moving it quickly, and they've done that. So for me, I'm delighted.